Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars.
Cowlazars, Cowlazars, come on, let's have some adventures. We'll spend days, we'll spend weeks, we'll spend months working our way through treasure hunts. We'll spend months.
Cowlazars, Cowlazars.
Mike drinks coffee a ton. Feel free to send him some.
Cowlazars, Cowlazars, Cowlazars.
Okay.
Laser.
Watch Mike once, you'll want to watch him again. James Frey once called him to talk for his friend.
He didn't. That was actually an imposter. For the record. Okay, hey everybody. Guess Kpro just wants to jump right into it.
Well, you were 4 minutes late. I mean, we might need to refund everyone's entrance fee. Oh, that's right.
Oh, nice T-shirt, Kpro. I wonder where you went boots on the ground at.
I have one for you.
Well, no, Kpro did this huge PowerPoint.
I went boots on the ground. You didn't. So don't wonk me.
I got the command center. I got to keep things on lockdown here. I was the researcher while you were out there.
That
okay,
is true.
everybody. Welcome to the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. Kpro and your partner, Cynthia, they are boots on the ground. They are there. They've been there for 18 weeks, it seems like. No, I think it was 2 days. They've been grid searching. They're all over the place. We're going to go talk about it. She sent me a PowerPoint that's what, 28 pages long? You're just going to give it all away, aren't you?
Yes, I decided we only have a couple pictures of boots on the ground, and then we solve puzzles. Now you solve puzzles. We're not going to give everything away, but we are going to give why, in my opinion. Okay, so there's new and old people here. Lots of people know kind of when to go boots on the ground. We're going to tell you lots of, I have PowerPoints for it. So just know we're walking through it, but I actually have a slide on introducing Cynthia because somebody said, who's Cynthia?
Who's Cynthia?
That's crazy. That's like saying, who is, I don't want to say whoever.
First off, sorry I was late. I actually overslept. I was taking a little nap. And
you didn't do a 10-mile hike today?
You know, when you set your alarm, and I guess I set it for morning instead of night. So Kpro's like, hello, we got 2 minutes. So I had to race down here. And yes, I was sleeping in the Christmas shirt. Okay, so thanks for joining us. If you're new, if you're still waiting on your book, we're all crazy in love, that is, with John Collins Black, new book. There's treasure inside. You see it behind me right here. We've read it. We've done some Zooms on it. In our Discord, we've got, 1,600 people on our Discord, and they're rhyming and stealing. They're sharing ideas. They're talking about things. So Kpro, me, and Cynthia, and a friend of ours, we thought we had it down. We thought we had the location, and maybe, just maybe, we still do think we have the location. I don't know what's in the PowerPoint, so I don't know what.
I was going to say, zip it. This one is mine, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know what she's going to share and what she isn't. So, but you guys know what we do on the show. We talk about these treasure hunts, and this is the biggest one. So, welcome to everybody that's new. Make sure you subscribe, comment, share, like, and all that fun stuff. I'll just let Kpro take it away.
Mike just said we have 1,600. No, we have 2,600 in Discord.
Well, whatever.
Many, many, many new people. So come in. Don't be shy. A lot of the newbies are saying, and I call you newbies in a loving way, you're new to treasure hunting. We're crazy treasure hunters. You don't have to listen to us, but you can ask us questions. Speak up. Lots of DMs I get. It's like, ask. Everybody's thinking it. But what we're going to do today is, yes, we've been boots on the ground. Yes, we are boots on the ground. Can you hear me okay? Because the fan
we
is
can hear you okay.
Okay, so I don't know why I didn't.
We'll see. We may get 3K by this weekend. There's been so much interest in this. Should I even go over John's email from this morning about the books, or don't even do that first?
No, he's #1 bestseller. Order your book now, or they're going to sell out again. Boom, done.
#1 bestseller in all of Amazon, which is crazy. So he ordered another 20,000 books. So they're coming. If you're waiting on yours, he's coming. He's coming. They're coming.
That's okay.
That's what I said. No, what's wrong?
We'll go over that next time, where I read it that way the first time and someone corrected me earlier.
What?
And so it's a little different. But you are not going to get distracted tonight. You are going to listen to your wife and look my way. Look my way, honey.
Oh,
honey.
I see. No, I'm reading the email. But okay, we're going to talk about boots on the ground, past and future box. Take it away, Kpro.
Okay, so Cynthia and I, about a week ago, we thought we were close enough to go boots on the ground for past and future. I've not given up the state. I'm obviously going to give up the state.
You're searching in the wrong state, Kpro.
Yeah, sure. And so we're going to go over why we got in the car. a lot of the puzzles that we think we solved, a lot of the connections we thought we solved. And then what else we have that we're not going to share because we do think we have the correct location and kind of where we're at. So let's just do the PowerPoint because that's what keeps me going in my head.
So wait, Kpro, you mean you're going to do what everybody else said? Is we didn't find it, but we know we're in the right spot? Because everybody
No.
said that
What
in
I'm going to say is we didn't find it. We think we're in the right spot, and we're not willing to give out our solution yet.
There you go. Okay.
We may one day give out our solution. We're going to give out a lot to our general area, just so a lot of, especially the newer people that want to kind of see how this goes, they seem to be appreciative. I'm not telling anyone. If someone says to me, but it's in Ohio or it's in Tennessee, more power to you. Here's the cool part then. Tell me your techniques of how you got there, not your solution. I'll tell you some of my techniques, and maybe we can see and debunk or further the
obviously we need to do a Zoom, which we're not going to do it tonight, but let me come up with a day. So if you email me, cowlazars@gmail.com, you will get added to our Zoom list or Discord, however we want to do it. In our Discord, we put the links whenever we get together and talk, so we will do that. Okay, here is the
that is an actual picture from Boots on the Ground.
Is that you right there?
That is Cynthia Meacham and I
sitting
nice. Arm in arm.
That's cool. That is a nice.
No, that is Cynthia's picture. She does amazing work.
Okay. What was I going to say? All right, I guess we'll just jump right into it. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thumbs up for Kpro giving all the secrets away. And like I said,
I'm going to tell Estes, let's see if this much tea gets spilled after this PowerPoint. Let's see what you guys think. I do want your opinion at the end. Did you think we brought some new information or not? 243 here. Let's roll, Mike. Next slide.
All right. And
okay. So if you guys know Tahoe at all, it has been snowing here. So Cynthia and I bundled up. We both had our headgear. Of course, when I bundle up, there's my waters for Boots on the Ground. There's my suitcase. There's my snow jacket. And there's my Bud Light.
Yeah.
So
all essentials and not one backpack to be found. But okay, that's all.
The backpack was on me. But okay. So we were bundled up, and I will just tell you that was horrible. It was around 50 degrees. So I was actually in a t-shirt today. And I was very comfortable.
So snow was not an issue like we thought maybe.
Snow was an issue still. I'll get to that. Snow is still an issue because it doesn't burn off as fast in the higher elevations. I actually have a slide for this, so I'm not going to go into. I may not be the person out of the two of us that has hiked 10 miles in the last 2 days. Both of us did, but one of our bodies might be more used to it than the other. I'm glad I'm here for Cynthia because I throw boulders at 10 a.m. If you guys don't know, I'm joking. Cynthia is a powerhouse.
Cynthia's a triathlon. Yeah, right.
She is a little bit older, and I was going to joke that I take her from the old person's home and get her out, but she told me she kicked my ass, and she can. So she is a beast. She works out. She did go nice and slow. She didn't even break a sweat. But we first got here in the evening. Yeah, sorry, Mike. I'm excited about Boots on the Ground. If you have somewhere to be, you can sign up.
I'm giving you a hard time.
I'm giving you one back.
I get to go next time. I'm going in the spring. All right, go ahead.
So first, I did buy Cynthia dinner. Actually, I just bought us dinner because it was her birthday just a couple of days ago. We got to go to the 18th floor. Got to see. We were staying at Harvey's. That is a Caesar's property. So is Harrah's, guys. So if you are comped there, it's a glorious thing. No parking, no hotel. And we got to, I'm not even going to look at chat because
you don't want to. Matthew said, I was really hoping to find out what you ordered at a restaurant while you were at a place that wasn't to search for the treasure. Smart ass. All right. But you can thumbs up for Matthew's comment. I thought it was pretty good. I showed it. I read it. Okay. All right. Cynthia, happy birthday. I hope Boots on the Ground is what you wanted for your birthday. I know you actually wanted to find the box for your birthday, but everybody is just out there.
And Ian, if you happen to be watching, thank you for some of the advice about he's a local in this area. Cynthia and him hooked up. It was crazy. And, we had a great
Wait a minute. What's going on now? All right, let's do a little TMI there. Let's get back to the treasure.
Okay, let's go. Next slide. Hurry up. Let's get to the puzzle solving.
All right.
Okay, there is a couple of spots that we had looked in. We did get to to us confirmed enough solving the area. We were in about a 300-foot area We tried to narrow down. We looked in every nook and cranny. Yes, there are people that are disgusting and poop in the woods and leave their boxers
And that was just a JCB searcher from the day before. So, Okay, hang on. I do want to say that because you just said who's Cynthia. So Cynthia is a longtime Forest Fen Throw the Chase searcher. And Cynthia has literally gone on 1,000 boots on the ground for the Forest Fen treasure before it was found. So now she has latched on to the JCB treasure hunt, just like we all have. But you guys just didn't randomly go out. I don't know how you're going to lay out the case for the location, but we'll get to that.
I will. So Cynthia was awesome.
There she is.
We did have a dangerous situation happen. I will say I am okay. We have a lessons learned I can laugh now, but it was bad.
Did you almost die?
No, but I will tell it at the end. I did get stuck between. I'll tell the story at the end. I was screaming for Cynthia. I couldn't get. It was
you
bad.
got stuck out there? Oh,
I did, and we will talk about it at the end. We're laughing now, but it was not funny.
That's a dog print, right?
The littlest one, I don't think so. It seems like smaller than that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the one on the right looks like a fox. The one on the left. I don't know. So.
All right. Kpro's a little hyped up, as you guys can tell, everybody. But don't worry, when they get on home, it'll be the agony of defeat. So
I was. Look at my hand on the right. That was after I got stuck. I couldn't get out. It was bad. So It's okay. I'm okay. Nothing's broken, and I will be drinking later. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Past and future box, everybody. The past and future chapter. Okay.
Pre-boots on the ground, we found a general location, clues. Some have already been out there. Some haven't. We're going to go over them. And then we're going to say the other things that we have that we think we just need to do maybe a little bit of adjusting. We still believe in our area for a lot of specific reasons. We'll give it the end. Okay, go.
All right. Now, I know a lot of people think past and future is Ohio, but we do not, and we're going to tell you why.
Dan Cooper, was it really necessary to bring 2 cases of water? Oh, I see what you did there. I see. 1 case of water, 1 case of Bud Light. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
well, Brian, we're not talking Appalachian Trail tonight. Tonight we're talking past and future. We will talk Appalachian Trail in a future show. And yes, we can do a speakeasy after. I don't know if Kpro and Cynthia will join. So everybody in Discord, we're going to get together and talk about anything you want to in Discord once this is over. Okay.
Okay, so everybody's seen the coin. This is already out, but I did the overlay that shows exactly what it looks like.
All right.
Look at the overlay between the 2 states, the coin overlay. Pretty cool,
so this
right?
Is the coin in the chapter, and a lot of people have guessed or surmised that that coin has something to do with the location. And in this case, it does match up pretty good with the divider between Nevada and California. This is the border. If you go to Google Maps right now and put in Lake Tahoe, you can see that this is the border, goes right through the lake, and we think it's a match, and that is what led us to that area. Right,
and Cynthia and I, because we're adventurers as well, we drove we had some specific area, but we went and drove, so those state lines hit the ground at a certain point, and they've marked it around here. So we went to the spot that had the California, Nevada on both sides, the one that's north and the one that's south.
Line them up, Diana says. You line up the border. Could that be what that means?
But wait, there's more.
Yes, 5 boxes, 5 states, Mark. Okay. Keep going.
Yes. I got to give credit to Michael Motorcycle. He's the one that came up with this one. You want to explain it?
Cool. Yeah, so I just realized, I always, in the word search, I always thought it was state and then e-state, because there's an E here. So I thought it's state this way and a state that way. But actually, what if it's state this way and state that way, separated by the E and 3? Well, that pretty much matches the border, right? The two, if you guys look on Google Maps, it matches that. So one
okay,
state.
it's not huge. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
What's that?
It's not huge. Let's keep going.
Well, it's a confirmer, in my opinion. Now, but why would the E?
No, I'm doing what he did earlier. She's defending you. No, he cut me off. I'm cutting him off. No, I'm cutting.
But why is this circled? So the good question is the E would be circled in 3. So anyway, we'll get to that if you even talk about it. Okay.
Keep going.
State line, yeah, state line.
So we have in the word search, we have the word state and line right above our area. Lake Tahoe is state line. It's an actual city.
You are in the Lake Tahoe area or within an hour or two. We'll definitely reach out because we may want you to go back. We may share some things with you. We may not. And if you live close, let me know.
Okay.
Okay, California. So what is known as the lemon state, Kpro? Ohio or California?
So I just pull the facts. They call them, the younger kids nowadays say, I'm bringing the receipts.
Yeah.
Here is the receipts that shows, why the California. It's like 93% or 95% of all lemons in the U.S. are produced out of California. It actually cut off the top part. I don't know why, where it actually said the 90 and all of that.
And for anybody that's in Ohio, trust me, we're not making fun. Everybody's got a valid solution or theory until it's found. But this is just what we found, and Kpro wanted to.
I want you guys to think about it, or this is how I like to think about it. Let's think about it like a football team. You might be a Raiders fan or a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So whichever team you're on, like root for your team, but you don't have to like beat up other people like the Raiders fans do. So, or used to anyway. So, okay. So we have Lemon State. We have so much to go. So keep rolling.
Jim says chapter 3 on page 39, chapter 1, 120 carat sapphire. Look up 39 latitude, 120 longitude. That is Lake Tahoe. I'm not sure where he's getting these numbers from, but you guys can look it up.
Oh, I have a PowerPoint slide on it. So keep going.
Okay. Cool. All right. So California is obviously the lemon state. Lemon is in the chapter. Okay. Is in the word search, I should say. It is in the word search. Okay. Yes, in the chapter, in the text of the chapter, because remember, there are clues. He gave us the word search, but there could be clues in the chapter as well. Past and future chapter, he says state of gold, which of course is California, right?
Yes.
Because of the gold rush.
Yes.
There you go. It reflected a state of gold. Little hint there for California, everybody. Rail and lines in the Tahoe area, because we know that
rail and lines are in the word search. Mm-hmm. If you know, I did not know this. We went to many different state parks, national forests, kiosks, private beaches, you name it. We went all the way around. And it was very interesting that we have in the word search rail and lines. We researched some of this. The railroad tracks actually go straight into the water. And you can go.
That's crazy.
What?
I said, that's crazy that they go right in the water. That's crazy.
Yes, but also the entire area it's railed to roads. They actually built the roads over the old railway. And it's a huge thing that all the informational kiosks and things talk about. So when we have rail line in our word search, that could be. I'm not trying to convince you. It could be something to consider.
Because Finding D.B. Cooper says lemon has a different meaning that connects to Ohio. And it very well could be. We're just giving you our opinion, everybody. And maybe you didn't see it this way before. But if it's not just lemon and it's not just the divider, it's a bunch of things that add up together.
Well, and maybe we do a show next week or whatever, and we bring someone that wants to divulge all of their secrets like I'm doing. Because usually what happens is they say it's Ohio, and there's lots of reasons why, and it's better, but I can't tell you. None or Billy go.
All right. Sir Dingleberry says state line is a village where the border and line on the coin line up on the southeast side of the lake. Southeast side of the lake. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ohio versus Lake Tahoe. Let's do it. I'll be the moderator. You guys can.
Which one's Tyson and which one's Jake Paul? I guess that was fake, so we don't want to do. Okay, never mind.
Okay, what is this now? Oh, gambling. Oh, I see. So I never made this. Counting and tally and luck could be hints to gambling, which, of course, there's gambling right there in Lake Tahoe. That's interesting. I did not put that together.
I may be in a casino right now. I'm not telling.
Okay, we know that sapphire is in the word search. And guess what? Lake Tahoe is called the Sapphire Jewel of Sierra. Isn't that right, Kate?
Boom. And it's actually like, go look it up. Some people were doubting, like, this is actually a press release thing that they do here. That is what it's called, the Sapphire Jewel of the Sierra.
No, that's true. Some people are saying, what about the quarry? There's a sapphire quarry in Ohio. Do we use quarry, or are you going to get to that?
No.
We don't use quarry for California?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go. We
have it for another thing that we're not going to like. Yeah, it's amazing. Sapphire might mean two things in two different states. John didn't make it so obvious that 20,000 people are running for the same spot in one day. Like, yes, Ohio might be every single one. Just like when we say 9 Mile Hole, someone else might say, no, it's in New Mexico and here's why. That's okay. We're just laying out our case. I'm not even through the case. You have to wait. You're a jury right now, guys. Yeah. Wait for all the evidence. There's not a lot more, but go ahead.
Well, Christian gets it. He says it's really cool as a new person just to see step by step how you came to your personal conclusions. And that's really why we're doing this, for the new people, to give you our opinion. It is just our opinion on how JCB did some of these rules. And I'll just say for myself, for the Ohio thing, I don't think JCB is just going to put the state in the word search. That's way too easy. It's a diversion, in my opinion. I think these clues are embedded. They're hidden. You got to figure them out. You got to do some research. You got to know that Lemons is California. You got to know about the divide, and all that stuff. Just my opinion, though. I think it would be a little.
And here's the thing. So in the Forest Fen Hunt, I had a completely wrong state one time and a completely wrong location another time. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just throwing out thought processes of when you start looking at, I didn't think I could look at words, or what do you mean you use the word backwards, or you used a hyperbole, a synonym of this or that. We're just throwing out some different things and we happen to have them. They may be wrong. I'm not saying they're right, but we'll be here forever if this is what we talk about the whole time. Go.
We got hours and hours. Okay.
No, I have a casino with.
Somebody wants to do some advantage play slot machine. All right, I got you. Well, maybe you'll find some treasure after all. Yeah.
2 machines in the entire place here. We're going to go to
the really?
2.
All right. Okay.
We're doing Speakeasy. My God, she's obsessed.
Yes, we are going to do Speakeasy, everybody. In Discord, as soon as we're done, right around 7:30. Let's jump in there.
Yeah, sure. 7.
Okay, GPS. In the word search, we have the word sapphire. And we have the word 19. So at the top of the word search is 19. Very bottom is sapphire. Page 19 in JCB's book, there's treasure inside, is the sapphire chapter. The very first thing you see is 120. And that is the, is it ladder long of Lake Tahoe?
Longitude, of course.
Longitude. All right.
I knew that. I didn't phone a friend.
That's the longitude. Now you have a different one, but here we go. Chapter.
I have a different one than the guy that's so smart.
I think so. Yeah. No. He said page 39. I guess you don't. So I think you.
I was going to say you're crazy.
Chapter about hidden Easter eggs. If you know Ready Player One, it was about finding the Easter egg, etc. In the book, the page about Easter eggs, the mysterious egg, is page 39. So latitude, longitude of Lake Tahoe, 120 and 39. Boom!
Next slide,
in your face. Oh,
next, because we provide evidence here.
Yeah, all right. It's all opinion. We know that, everybody. So
no, it is not opinion that the GPS location of Lake Tahoe is 39, 5, 48, 65, 28 north and 120, 1, 56, 45, 64. That'll take you right in the middle of the deepest part of Lake Tahoe.
Doesn't that chapter begin on page 18? Not the sapphire part. I think the picture might be. But anyway, look it up yourself, guys. Look it up yourself. And make your own decision, too. We're not telling anybody what to think. We're telling you what we think.
I'm telling you that this is what I think.
Yeah, this is what Kpro thinks. And she thought enough about it to make the trip, and she's out there right now. So now the tally of the cars is interesting. That part definitely does not make sense. His grandparents tallied the traffic. What do you got here, Kpro?
So he said they were so great. They sat in the lawn chairs and they tallied the cars. Well, if you don't know, in the Lake Tahoe area and the green little bubbles, that's every camera that tallies the cars as they go by. And they use this for traffic flows and how to improve congestion when roads get shut down, where accidents are happening. They use this to tally cars. You can actually go to each one of these and 1, see the camera, and 2, see in the last 5 years, you can see data every year of how they have tallied the cars. What do you say to that, Ohio? What do you say?
So did you get a picture of one of these things, or is it no?
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is. We're
doing that tomorrow morning.
How do we explain JCB saying you won't find it in the snow when it snows in Lake Tahoe? Right, you won't find it in the snow, but there's been a break.
You just said don't go out in winter. Do you think it snows year round? We're not in Antarctica there, Nikki.
So where they're looking, there's only a little bit of snow on the ground, but that's still a true statement. I think when it snows there, we are not going to find it. That's true. Yep. All right, let's keep going. And the other thing is, I'm from Michigan. Obviously, we don't like Ohio State, so I never thought it was in Ohio to begin with. In your face, Buckeyes, in your face.
That's going to be so personal. Mike said that. I did not.
Go blue. All right. All right, what's this? Heavenly. Grandpa would sit down as if basking in the heavens. Carol Baskins from Tiger King, obviously. No, what is it? What is it, Kpro?
So he was talking about counting the cars, and this was such an amazing experience counting cars that it was like he was basking in heaven. You know that is a play on words. Did you know that there are several ski resorts here, and one of them is named Heavenly? What do you got, Ohio? Come on, bring it.
And then also, I don't know if you forgot this one. Amy Allen says page 224 has the surface of the box reflected a state of. Oh, we did go over this. A state of gold. California is a state of gold.
Oh, no. I have a PowerPoint slide for that. You guys are giving away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're seeing it. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We did already do that one. But that's awesome. That's what I mean by some of these have already been on Discord.
They're little hints.
But here's the thing that I do. Since so many more of you are on YouTube, actually, that's kind of changed recently. I try to put it all together. So some of this I wasn't the first to post. Most of this I wasn't the first to post. Some of it is brand new information. I don't care. I'm not going to go through and try to credit everybody. That first picture, though, that was Cynthia. She took that picture. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. We watched the sunset.
Oh, here's a new one. There's something called Try the Wheel. Go ahead, Kpro.
Okay, so if you guys are old, decrepit people from the Forest Fen Hunt, Mike did a thing that was completely wrong that was called Try the Wheel, which is basically you cut these little strips. He does it on Excel. I'm old school.
This is the Forest Fen poem, everybody.
The Forest Fen poem. And you would take it and you would line them up different ways and they would make different words. So I did this. I got to take credit for this one. I did this. Well, I got the idea. So I did this and I lined up all the O's. If you lined up all the O's, and you can zoom in here later.
You're sliding the lines of the word search in the past and future chapter. You're sliding the lines left, right to line up the O's down the center. What'd you find, Kpro?
I found 2 lines that say rotate AI and run to end.
And those are anagrams, correct?
Yes.
Anagrams vertically, up and down.
Correct.
Not left and right like we've been doing to get the message.
Both of them. There's actually one more, but I'm not going to talk about that one tonight. Go see if you can find it, guys. There's one more in there.
Well, rotate AI and run to end. That could be breaking news, especially now.
Well, and I'm going to tell you
sounds like a grand cipher. I don't know if I'd consider that a grand cipher, and that's a subjective term, which you're right. We have
if I can do it, it's not a grand cipher. It is literally my 8. If I had an 8-year-old, my 10-year-old. You cut strips and you make
all about Kpro, everybody. You. All right. So you found rotate AI and run to end. What does rotate AI mean, or is that the next slide?
We're going to do that on the next slide because that goes somewhere else. Run to end is a skiing term, and I put the entire AI definition.
Oh, really?
For those of you that care. And I'm not sure if you know, there's several ski resorts here in Tahoe.
I did not know that. I didn't know about run to end. Okay, interesting.
Okay, rotate AI.
Rotate AI.
There's this little picture, and I got to give credit to my other search partner, Cynthia Meacham. So what if we rotated the Bitcoin and we said it's not MS68, but it is 89 Southwest? What does that mean, Mike?
89 Southwest. Well, there just happens to be a Route 89 right there, right?
So go to the next slide.
But yeah, so Kpro took it. The rotate AI meant to rotate the picture of the Bitcoin. AI, it says Satoshi Nakamoto, AI driven, etc. She made that connection. Again, we're still in the past and future chapter, so all this is valid in our opinion.
So on
Highway 89, there it is. Is it Southwest? Is it SW?
So yes, it's the Southwest to the Northwest side is 89. Now, what individual numbers do we have come up in the word search? 0, 3, 5, 11, 12, and 19.
Individual numbers. I know 3 is twice, but you're only using it once here. But yes, individual numbers. Okay.
If you look over if you add all those up, what number do you get, Mike?
I guess you get 50, Kpro.
So you have half of your egg is 89, half of your egg is 50. You have the full egg. What do you say, Ohio?
Oh, wait, you're talking about Lake Tahoe is the egg, the big circle of the Lake Tahoe?
I'm just saying the highway. Yeah.
No, the highway on either side. Coincidence? It could be.
Coincidence. It totally could be. What do you say, Ohio? Bring it. Counterpoint. Okay.
All right.
Keep going. There's more.
Tahoe is in the word search.
So all the discords are abuzz that there's one Tahoe Oh my gosh, there's one Tahoe in the word search. No, my friends, there is not one. There is not two. There is not three. And I've given it away. There's all four. There's four of them in the word search. Tahoe, how do you like me now, Ohio? You're there once. You're there once, Ohio. Where's your second? Where's your third? Where's your fourth?
JCB's like, you'll never find it even if you get the Lake Tahoe. Okay, but we'll go over that at the end about
you know what, Mike? Don't be a playa hater.
But Mike just said it wouldn't be that obvious. I don't think that's obvious. Well, anyway.
Why isn't it on any of the socials, guys, if it's that obvious?
Well, no, I understand what he's saying. If Ohio isn't used, why are we using Tahoe? But Tahoe is on a bend or turn, everybody. 3 are on bends and turns. And she is using letters that are on L shapes or even like a tetra shape, a bend and a turn. You can get Tahoe if you do that. Is it a coincidence?
Go away. We're in fun time. You're still back in Forest Fen purgatory. Let's just make him go away.
Yeah. I mean, if there's 3, you're saying 4. I thought there was only 3.
No,
there's actually 4. All right. Well, again, could it be a coincidence when you have a grid of 300?
And I am just having fun, and it is just fun. Maybe not, though. This could be fun.
10,000 people flooding Lake Tahoe tomorrow. That's funny.
I know, Christian. I'm sorry. I'm a little carried away because it's been an absolute blast going boots on the ground. And I talk about that at the end of trying to select your search partner. Here's a new one, Mike.
Okay, let's hear it, Kpro. What's a new one?
So one of the ways these bends and turns are seas, and you can see burnt water. Did you know there's a burnt water beach? This is in the word search. This is
an anagram around the O's, WATER, and then over here around this O, BURNT. So burnt water. What in the world does burnt water mean, Kpro?
There is a burnt
where warm waters halt. No.
There's a burnt cedar beach. There's a burnt watershed, and there's a burnt cedar park, all in northern Tahoe.
It's my show, Raising Freedom, so I don't get to mute myself. Go ahead.
I was telling you some profound information.
Bitcoins are mined. That's interesting as far as the quarry mine thing.
Do you just want me to stop and you can just talk to the chat room for a while if you'd like? I'll go grab a beer.
You want a beer?
No.
Burnt cedar beach, burnt water. Okay. I can kind of see it. All right. Go.
Okay. These are all the general confirmers. Just maybe you should consider Tahoe. This is not where you get boots on the ground. This is just consider. Go to the next slide, please.
Needed for boots on the ground. Okay.
So before you actually go boots on the ground, in my opinion only, because this is what we did, you need to have found street names of your location, the park or the specific location you're going in, your trails or identifiers or areas within your specific locations, where you go and what you do inside, the directions, identifiers, distances, kiosks, flags, etc. Then you need to be able to get within a couple 100 feet. If you're not, in my opinion, you shouldn't be going boots on the ground, because once you go boots on the ground, it's going to change things up a little, and it becomes a little bit more of a trying to crunch information. And, one little thing changes a lot in that damn word search. In my opinion, there were some things that were essential to know. Until we went boots on the ground, we were not able to understand fully, and now need to make a couple of little adjustments. We might be wrong, but our area was only, in my opinion, more confirmed. But yes.
No, go ahead. Just going to say we got a super chat from Mr. Dallas. Where the cow moo at? That's right. I'm letting her go, but I'm definitely going to weigh in for sure. All right. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it.
Next slide.
It's $2 toward gas right there, Kpro. Pick your search partner well.
Okay, so in the Forest Fan Hunt, sometimes it was the hunt for the answers. We call ourselves Thelma and Louise. This is the reason that you need a Thelma and Louise is you need to have someone that you can have an absolute blast with at the top. See those two pictures of Thelma and Louise? Mm-hmm. In the middle is when they're getting serious. And then we haven't had this happen yet, except for today. We got a little crazy of going off of a bridge. I happen to go almost off of a mountain, and I'll talk about that in a second. So I just want to show the perfect form. I actually have a video of this. I video it every time. I always joke. I did my boulder throwing at 6 a.m. She's kind of lazy. She does all of her workout at 6:30. No matter,
Push-ups.
it doesn't matter where we are. We can be in a gym, which I've never been in a gym with her. We could be out on the trail. It doesn't matter. She's awesome. So pick your search partner well, because when you get into trouble, you may have someone that completely deserts you, but then find you. And I think I was okay by that point, but I do want to tell this story. Next slide, Mike.
So Cynthia and Kpro are the Thelma and Louise of the chase, of the search, of the JCB chase, I would say, going off a cliff. 3D bronze with the super chat, more like burnt donut. Happy birthday, Cynthia. Thank you for the super chat, 3D bronze.
Okay, Mike,
yeah.
I'd like you to put up a poll that
Okay.
just says something like, is Lake Tahoe a good candidate to be considered? Don't say yes, no, it's for sure. Is Lake Tahoe a candidate to be considered with the information presented? And
Okay.
it's a yes, no, just to be considered. I'm not saying, guys, it is it, because Ohio might have an absolute killer solve and much more than this has. Same with Tennessee. I know some people in Oregon. I went down the Grand Canyon for a little bit and kind of analyzed that. I know people are everywhere. So a lot of people, though, I think the three major areas is Lake Tahoe, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Ohio. So all I'm asking is, would you consider it? So there's the poll, guys. Just
Yes or
consider
no?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
The
is it
people that are in
completely-
Ohio, would you now look at Lake Tahoe? I mean, if you were somewhere else, I think people are in other states. The middle of the word search has, what is it, Tennessee, North Carolina, and another one, abbreviations. Would you look at Lake Tahoe? JCB played by Brad Pitt. Yeah, JCB does have a similar look to Brad Pitt. That would actually be pretty good for the movie. Good job, Vern. I like that.
Oh, Lord. Okay, next slide, please.
All right. Next slide.
Okay, so I do
Is
want
that
to talk
you?
about
Is that a live picture?
That's so I do want to talk about snow. We analyzed day to day where our snow packs were. There was a point, I do have to say, we didn't need to go this far, but we really, when you have boots on the ground time, you really want to invest your time in figuring out your entire area. We went over 10 miles in the last 2.5 days. So
10 miles. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I also do believe there's more than one boots on the ground required for this hunt. Now take this down, because I do want to have you guys see me when I talk about. So here's what we did. We got to our location where we wanted to.
Yeah, good. That's it for the PowerPoint, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's it for the PowerPoint. Okay. Thank you for the PowerPoint. Thumbs up for Kpro's PowerPoint and spilling all the secrets of Lake Tahoe. Maybe you believe, maybe you don't, but at least
the
she's
secrets. We didn't
letting you know.
nothing specific. We haven't given the street, the park, the area, we haven't given any of that. Okay, so here's what happened. We got to an area that we needed to grid search because we were pretty confident. It was in our top. There was two kind of general areas with all the stuff that we had specifically in the word search. So what Cynthia and I decided to do is, it was a large stone tree. It was pretty steep, I'll just say. And Cynthia said, I think this way looks a little harder. Why don't you go this way? Okay. So she went this way, and I look up, and she's way up there.
You know what they say in Dungeons and Dragons, everybody, never split the party. But go ahead, Kpro.
Yeah, that's going to be the lesson at the end. So I decided to go the other way. Well, after the flat area, and I'm the flatlander, she's the mountaineer. So after I got the flat area where she was telling me, walk to the side. We both have phones. We both had reception. We were good. So I got to two large boulders that I knew I could get my hand up there. So I put my one foot, and my foot sunk into and was basically stuck. So I decided to put my next foot up. This was dumb. Next foot up, because if I could get up, I could pull my foot out. The second foot went straight in, and I actually went down where I couldn't access unfortunately, my phone. So I'm pushed to the side. So I laughed for a second, and then I said, God, if I could go back, and I actually just thought about splitting my leg bone. I know it wasn't going to be that bad, but I was panicked there for a second. So what do? I didn't have my whistle on me, darn it. I just started screaming for Cynthia. So after about 4 or 5 minutes, I thought, did she find the treasure and she's already hightailed it out of here? And I thought, and then I felt my phone vibrate in my pants. And I thought, I'm not sure what to do here. So it was about probably 5-7 minutes. I just kept yelling. And eventually she comes around the corner and she's like, where the hell have you been? And by that time I had jimmied my one foot. Now here's a good lesson for the Flatlanders out there. Do you know what she said to me?
What'd she say?
How do you get yourself out of that situation? I did not know this.
Well, maybe you take your pants off. That's why you found the pants that were there, and the guy crapped himself before he did it. And could that be a you got to slip out of those pants because they're stuck, no? That's what occurred to me. Anyway. No.
Okay. Okay. Whew. So you untie your shoe and you just slip your foot out. Your foot's not stuck anymore.
Yeah. Pants, shoe, same idea. Yeah, same concept. I get
kind
it.
of different there, Mike. I wasn't taking my pants off.
Well, if you were stuck so long you crapped yourself, you probably would. So maybe that's what happened to that guy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a thought. Okay.
So let's okay, this actually was not a funny situation afterwards, even though we were close. I mean, it wasn't a hugely dangerous situation, but it did let me know, even though we were only probably less than 100 yards from each other, depending on where you are. And why didn't I have my whistle? And could I have gotten to my backpack and brought it back out? I don't know. And I couldn't get to my phone. So just be aware. It is nothing that was life-threatening. Yeah.
So does that make sense that's why the coin has the craters or the shape of the moon? You know, he said it's rough like the moon. Does those boulders where you were at kind of look like the moonscape or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
That might be a stretch, but okay. I see what you did there, Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Taking your pants off is always the answer, Coy. All right.
So here's the thing. 23% of you, that information was not enough to even consider Lake Tahoe. Is that because for any of those of you that voted no, is that because you have a better solve? Is that because you think that the stuff that it was made up or didn't make sense? What is the reason that you would not consider Lake Tahoe after that?
So I'm going to end the poll in 1 minute and we'll see what the results are. But a lot of people have connections to Ohio, and maybe we just don't know all the connections that are there in Ohio. So we really just should have somebody on that can present the case for Ohio.
I would, in very high likelihood, I don't think they'll share. They're going to say, but I'll give it away then, and I won't be able to get the box. And
even if we could prove what state it's in, you got to find a 5-inch by 5-inch box, everybody. It's going to take forever. So let's say you are in the right location, Kpro and Cynthia. You're like, it's here. I know it's here. And that's actually what I think you think. How hard is it to actually find this thing if it's not actually pinpointed? And I don't think JCB said it's pinpointed. He said general proximity.
He said there's one that he believes can be pinpointed, others grid searched. I can tell you the technique of grid searching is something I'll be doing for the next few months. Right. I do think the cold snap's going to come here. The cold snap's definitely coming. When the first storm, it's not going to be possible in the snow. Do you think that there's a clue we're missing that would narrow down where you're supposed to look? 14, 15 in the crosswords, guys. Come on, bring it.
14, 15. What does that mean?
Line 14.
Line
crossword puzzle in past and future. I'm sorry. Word search.
Gotcha.
Line 14 and 15 are in the bottom. No one has seemed to crack it. Lots of code breaker Charlies. Yeah.
All right. We're going to shut the poll down. Here it is. Do you think after what's been presented, Lake Tahoe is a candidate? We had 128 people vote. 75% say yes. 24% say no. That's 3 and 1. So good job, Kpro. I think you laid the
and I think Kristen's saying what I'm assuming is basically there's a little bit of a stretch, and I agree with you. There's a stretch on some of it. And some people say, but I just have a personal information that I have a better connections. And I totally am down for them. Well, no, they're saying, okay, that's right. So it seems like you're missing yes. So about 10% we shared. We have, maybe bring up the slide again for the people that missed it. What? There is additional information that we did not share. Right. That includes the street that it's on, the park or location that
Well,
it's in,
yeah,
the
you
loop,
think, yeah.
the trail that it's on, all of those things that then would make it that more evident that it is the area. But I'm not going to go into those of
Right.
exactly the location but generally speaking, that's why Tahoe was a start for us.
Right. And I would like to go back in the spring, especially if we can work on the word search more and maybe there's something else to crack that would pinpoint it in the location where you guys are. I mean, I'd like to be there once the snow melts. So we're not going to give everything away. We just wanted to give the general location of Lake Tahoe, of how, to us, to our way of thinking, there's hints in the chapter, state of gold.
Yeah.
In the word search, there's 3 words that are diagonal: state, lemon, divider. The lemon state's California. The divider is the border between Nevada and California that matches the coin line. And then you got to figure out where to go from there. And then Kpro brought up some other things as well. So,
well, and so here's a question of, was your place fairly secluded for the hiding? So I don't think personally, and I don't know this, I don't think it's on a trail. I think it's going to be off trail, maybe, I don't know, 10, 20, 50 feet. So, so on the trail, today we saw 1 person. Yesterday we saw 3 people all day. Is that secluded to you? Is it not? I can tell you at 9 Mile Hole, I saw lots and lots and lots and lots of people every time I went there. But it isn't the time of year or whatever. I don't know what it looks like during spring and summer. So, yeah.
Ohio State Research Lab in Lake Tahoe. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know where that is. Ohio State Research Lab in Lake Tahoe. We'll have to look into that. Is your confidence level that it's Tahoe over 90%? Scott Dillon wants to know.
I would love, for Cynthia and I, the answer is yes. I think we might be a little bit more biased because we haven't downloaded the you on the God, there's a lot I've screwed up on tonight. All the videos and things that we've seen. I'm at 99, but I totally could be wrong. Cynthia's in the 90s. Mike, what are you at?
With all the things I know that have been figured out, and again, it's just not them two, everybody. I've been helping as well. Just they're the ones that actually went boots on the ground. I'd say I'm like 75, 80%, but I'm still open to hearing other ideas. I do think Lake Tahoe is okay. Actually, if it's just Lake Tahoe, yes, I'm probably around 90% sure it's Lake Tahoe. Where in Lake Tahoe, I'm still a little bit more open to. So if there's clues that lead me somewhere else around Lake Tahoe, I would switch.
So what Mike is saying, we're in a specific spot, down to a 300-foot area in Lake Tahoe. What he is saying is it might not be in our 300-foot spot. It might be in another park in a
it could be somewhere else, around Lake Tahoe.
So, or a national forest, another park, another switchback, another whatever. So, with that being said, you still are pretty much sold on Lake Tahoe, just not.
Yeah, I do think Lake Tahoe. Being boots on the ground, are you more or less confident in your solve?
More. Yeah, I went from about 75 to about 99. Just because there was 2 things that totally didn't make sense that I think were important. Tigger just asked, do you have the cryptogram? Yeah, we've all had it for weeks. It's up on Discord if you want to confirm yours. One thing confirmed the cryptogram that didn't make sense to me, and now it totally makes sense once your boots on the ground. And one was in the word search that now totally makes sense to me that did not before.
Got to use complete the mission. I actually had a little bit of a different idea while they were out there, which I need to research more in case. I mean, we're probably if it's not found by spring, I think I want to make the trip, so I've got to do some more.
Oh, that's a good point. Doug wants to make sure that JCB, can you make sure that all treasure chests are near a Caesar's property so I can get comped? And thank you to the Diamond Desk for maybe trading our room.
Gotta be a Caesar's property in Ohio, right? That's funny.
There's one in every state, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So 75% of you are at least considering it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, here's a better poll. Let me do this one real quick before we
Lord.
Did you not consider Lake Tahoe before this presentation? That's what I want to know. How many people are now
all of those that now are considering it? So if you didn't consider it, don't touch this poll. If you're considering it now, was it because of this presentation?
Yeah, did you not consider Lake Tahoe before tonight? In other words, is Kpro's PowerPoint giving you those hidden secret clues, possible hidden secret clues? Did that change?
Wait. Oh, wait. I got a
I
different one.
already submitted it. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Okay, we're going to do one more. Estee said at the beginning of this that more tea is spilt in Zooms than on YouTube's. I would like to know, for those of you that have participated in the Zooms, did I spill more tea tonight than the Zooms have?
Yeah, Kpro does talk a lot in the Zooms, meaning give information.
Honey, I was talking about I want to hear to win.
Andrew says Lake Tahoe is just one piece, Middleton, Ohio, another. He thinks the word search is leading you to 4 different places, and you draw an X, and that's where it is. You draw an X across the U.S. to connect the locations. Interesting. And that idea has been done before in treasure hunts. Me and Kpro did one similar to that on a hunt we did once. So it's interesting.
Okay, close the poll.
Who will be your boots on the ground partner for Tahoe in spring? Oh, Kpro, of course. She would never let me go without her. So me and Kpro have to go in the spring. What's that?
He ain't lying. And who needs to save us? Who needs to save us? Cynthia.
Do you think this means the other coins are linked to state borders? That's a good question.
I would say that is a good possibility to consider.
It is a good possibility.
Okay, write your poll down and open my poll.
All right. If you need to go vote, go vote. We're about to shut it down. And the poll.
The question. Did we spill more tea than the Zooms here on YouTube?
Did you not consider Lake Tahoe before tonight? 43% say yes, 56% say no, 66 people voting. Only people can answer this that have been in a Zoom, right? Is that what you want to know?
Yes. If you've been in the Zoom, if you haven't, don't answer.
Right, what's the question?
Here's the question. Did our YouTube show just spill more tea than the Zooms?
Show more clues in the Zoom, right?
Spill more tea. Just do it my way.
Video. What does that mean? Then the Zoom. Did our video spill more tea than the Zoom? Kpro wants to know. Go vote, everybody.
Okay, now vote. This is the one I care about. And thumbs up as you're voting for voting. And you all.
Yeah, what is spill? Some people don't understand the words spill more tea. They don't understand the reference. Explain.
Okay, spill more tea means bring the gossip, bring the goods, bring the receipts.
Yeah, I thought it was a gossip
thing. No, it's not only gossip. It's all the stuff. It's not just, like.
You should watch Jack Stew's video on confirmation bias, honey.
Does beer help? Yes. I need one after tonight's show.
So we did do a 4-hour Zoom last Saturday, everybody, if you're new to this channel. We recorded it. We had 100 people in a Zoom, all giving ideas. We uploaded it. That's what we do, is we let you guys listen in. So we uploaded it, and you can find that Zoom on our channel. Forward, I would say, about 30 minutes into where we actually bring up the word search and solve it and figure out the secret message. We did go down some rabbit holes, I think, but that's what happens when you have 100 people in a Zoom, because everybody has an opinion. They are easily taken over. That's true.
Now,
yeah. So what she's saying is the video is more direct because you can say what you need to say. I get it, Chris.
Okay. So it's 50-50. Okay. I can respect that. Okay. Yeah, because I'm one person or 3 people that spilled things. That's 100 people spilling things. So we are equal to 100 people.
Now, River Walker says it looks like the angle on the coin is the same for the Carolina states. Any North Carolina, South Carolina people out there?
Let's see it. Bring it up.
Somebody bring it up. Well, all right. I'll try and bring it up. Hang on. I'll bring it up. Okay. You guys vote real quick because she really wants to know. I think it's 50-50.
I think it's 50-50. Okay. So we are traveling back. And yes, there's a speakeasy tonight. Thank you for the tip of Ohio State's Research Center is here in Tahoe. That's just, we're just throwing extra onto the Tahoe. We are in Discord. Discord is growing. John Colin Flack hit the #1 bestseller. He did order 20,000, it seems, new books. They are hitting the stores now. So you can still get your book by Christmas, but it sounds like #1 bestseller, it's going to be sold out pretty quick. So,
hate to say it, Kpro, or not that I hate to say it, but that's true. Look at this border right here. between
don't see it. Zoom in,
North
please.
Carolina and South Carolina.
Zoom in, please.
Right there. Look at that. That's
I don't
pretty
see
close
it.
too. Right
I
here.
don't see it.
Where my cursor is.
Do you see it, Cynthia?
The dotted lines right here.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's real light right
Pretty
here.
close too.
Ooh, South Carolina just took the lead, or North Carolina.
Oh, you're angry. All right. Yeah, I mean, again, these things can fit other
Oh no,
places.
I prefer everyone to stay in Ohio and the Carolinas, please.
There you go, right here. That could be a border too. So, right by Ridley's Acres, whatever that is. All right. So, thank you for that info. One, if we all keep throwing out ideas, one of them's got to be the right one, right?
Right.
I hope.
Yeah. Ohio State.
This doesn't go 10 years.
Ohio State University Research Lab is in Tahoe. Oh, but Nikki's saying it. Nikki, you like to mess with us.
No, it wasn't Nikki. It was DB Cooper, I thought. Or is that DB Cooper? I don't know. Finding DB Cooper.
That up. Wow. 300 in chat tonight. Yeah, everybody's on fire, and especially those that have been around a long time. Let's try to be as patient and kind as we were when we were starting the forest fen hunt and before we became jaded, terrible people. I say that about me in joking. It's a whole new day. Let's take it a whole new perspective, and it's real. It's real. Ohio State Research Center is in Tahoe, Mike.
I don't know how that we need somebody to give us some Ohio hints of why they think it's in Ohio, and maybe we'll see if they fit in Lake Tahoe as well. Did the video spill more tea than the Zoom? 55 votes, 50% say no, yes say 49%. So it's 50-50 on that one, Kate.
Okay, too much emotion on the facts that were just presented. I
Really?
guess you're not supposed to be excited, and that's okay. Other people may not be. I am, but that doesn't mean that the coin didn't line up. The GPS is not the GPS. Whether it's delivered in a very monotone voice or very excited with emotion, it should not change the facts. Go ahead, Mike.
The word eerie is in the word search twice. That's true. Conspiracy Theory Bridge.
ER and I that are.
Well, here's another one from the chapter. When he gets the box, he says, I peered into the depths of the box. Lake Tahoe, the depths. Isn't Lake Tahoe one of the deepest lakes?
Second deepest lake in the country.
So
Is
to
the
me,
first one in Ohio?
No, it's
yeah,
Oh, it's Crater
Where's it?
Lake in what state? Do you know? Oregon.
in Oregon. So peered into the depths makes me think of a lake, Lake Tahoe. I think that's another confirmer. Golden State, peered into the depths.
Ooh, Raising Freedom
State
said
fighter.
there is a state line town along North Carolina, Tennessee.
All right, go search. Everybody get over there and check it out. But it really does. Somebody said, why would you go boots on the ground without 100% confirmation? Because I don't think you're ever going to have 100% confirmation.
Right. Because if he says, let's just say for any box, you might need to grid search.
Yeah.
How do you have 100% confirmation? I think to me, that number is about 300 feet. If you're not 300 feet certain, don't go because you can grid search about 300 feet. And that's rough. I mean, we did it all day.
Yeah, it's very deep. And is it a quarry? Is Lake Tahoe a quarry? I don't know. I don't know about that.
There
one.
is a quarry in the solve that I'm not sharing.
Oh, in your face, JJ.
Yeah. Like you brought up query twice. You know the query. Why do you keep bringing it up?
Actually, I don't because I'm busy.
Because you don't listen. It's not because I haven't said it.
New York, Nevada, Oregon, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina are all in the word search purposefully, or
Well,
is
no,
it?
no.
What?
NYNEOR, that might actually be a word, not a state. TNNC, CA is also in. The states are not in there. Those abbreviations that have just been put in here have been put in. You know what I mean, Mike?
Yeah, I understand. There's so many things you can pull out of that word search if you really want to. That's for sure. Is that the genius of John Collins Black? Is it genius or is it a bad puzzle? That will be up for debate once we have a solution for sure. Because we use the word line for line them up. We did a turn around, which kind of breaks a rule, turns and bends. There's a lot of things where we're like, is it really this way? Is it really not that way?
Honey, I got you and the kids since I got you some souvenirs.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, we're Team Lake Tahoe now, so I'll wear the gear. Oh, nice. For the Cowlazars. Got the cow socks. 3D Bronze says, I found second deepest in the word search. Bottom right of the grid, one is backwards. Second deepest is interesting if Lake Tahoe is the second deepest lake in the U.S.
Are you messing with us?
Yeah, I know. 3D Bronze. Is that legit?
Oh, 3D bronze is saying
Bottom
it.
right of the grid. He could be.
It's 3D bronze.
How sure are you the chest is in a Pelican box versus some other? I don't know what it's contained in, but I do know it is within another box. So, that picture of the treasure chest we have, it's not what you're looking for. It's in something else. In that, if you were in our Zoom, I actually played that little German piece for everybody that was in the Zoom and didn't post it anywhere because I said not to, but I played it for the people that were in the Zoom. And he says in that interview, this was with a German TV show or whatever, I spent a lot of time figuring out how to save these boxes from the weather, something along those lines. I spent a lot of time figuring out how to weatherproof the boxes. So it's in a airtight, watertight case of some kind. Could be a Pelican box. What if he had Seth Gold build that as well? But he's just not telling us that part. So what if Seth Gold did the boxes within it?
Maybe he told the German reporter, and the German reporter said it in German, and the only one that knows it is Jens, and Jens is going to get the box.
Yeah, no, the JCB part was in English. So, all right. I almost feel Lou B says I'll feel guilty finding it with all this help. All I can say is if you find it in Lake Tahoe and this show helped you, just remember us. That's all. I want the box. I want the actual puzzle box.
And someone did say today, and don't be embarrassed about it. They're like, somebody posted so Seth Gould is now doing social media on the boxes and opening them up and stuff. And someone said, oh my gosh, a box has been found. Who is this guy? That guy is the one that built the boxes. So don't feel bad about it. Just
is this new? He's doing this new on Instagram?
Yeah, it seems like it came out today. Nice. I don't know. I've been hiking all day, honey. I don't know.
And if you were in our Discord, you would have that breaking news, everybody. So the link to Discord is down below. Same with Cowlazars Grand Adventures on Facebook. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to go live every twice a week, except not this Thursday, because this Thursday we have a little thing called the Lions versus Packers. I am not going live Thursday. We can go live Wednesday or we can go live Friday, but I am watching the Lions game. So no show, or we could record a show and premiere it if you want to, Kpro. We could do a kitchen table conversation.
Well, you hadn't had that conversation with me offline. Maybe we're going live anyway. No, we will pick another day. We will figure it out. We have a lot to talk about. If you are interested in another box where you will not come on and say, you're able to say there's a few things I can't say like we did. But if you could bring 10 things that maybe have never been on Discord, or you can organize them. Half the stuff here had already been on Discord. Half of the stuff had never been on Discord. So, or any social media that I knew of. So I believe I brought new information. If you have that information on a different box, on a different location, if you're a North Carolina, you guys already shared some stuff I didn't know. North Carolina, South Carolina, Smarty Pants is there. I'd love to see it because I say it in fun, but it is, or I say it in jest because I'm like, Ohio, I mean it in fun. If there was enough evidence for another box, I'm moving. And some people don't come in and give wrong information just to try to put people off track.
We were talking about doing a panel. So maybe next Monday we could do a panel of Ohio people that could talk about their experiences if you've been boots on the ground in Ohio and stuff. That sounds like a good idea. Now, Silver Fox says, Mike, did you tell her about the word type budget that lets you know you've got the right words? I'm not sure I know what that means, Silver Fox. Did you tell her about the word type budget that lets you know you've got the right words? I'm not sure what you mean. So email me, cowlazars@gmail.com, and try and explain that. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. I do know somebody put a wiki up where you could play with the word search and do stuff like that.
Oh, I do have some breaking news. We do have some new.
What?
We do have some new speakers that have been. I have finalized, or I'm finalizing the program this week. So I am going to be sending notifications. The deadline is over. I got everything put together right before. I've gotten it confirmed. I'm kind of working. We have a couple big names. No, it's not JCB, guys. I don't know. His invitation is still extended. Netflix invitation is still extended. They are still on the maybe list. Everything else is being built around. Dirk, we have another that just confirmed, but a big one that I'm very excited about. I'm excited about everybody, and then we're going to do panels for some of them. We're going to do individuals because there's individual topics. I'm building that now. So hopefully by the end of the week, you are going to get an email that says, congratulations, here is the information and then program information, et cetera, and you need to respond to it. And so I got to get the program done. So Please respond to that. We're going to do a separate show just on the con. Some people thought they missed the con. No, it's coming up. Lots of treasure hunt tours there. Lots of treasure hunt originate tours there as well.
Hooli says somebody found a 5th Tahoe in the word search. Now, does that mean intentional or does that mean coincidence?
Well, there are 5 clues in this poem. 3 are in the word search. I would like to see said 5th one. Who did that?
Hoot Llama found it. I'm
Is
sure they're
that
in our
in-
Discord.
Oh, go get it. Okay, I got to go
Join the
because
speakeasy,
we might
everybody.
go boots on the ground in the morning before we leave.
I'll be filming my documentary, Con Crashers. All right, for anybody that's new out there, one, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And if you hit that bell, you'll know whenever we go live, because we just go live with breaking news. Whenever a box is found, I can almost guarantee you we'll be the first people to go live and talk about it, just as we were with the JCB hunt back in February. But what I want to say is, if you don't understand what the con is, seekingtreasurecon.com, we are doing the first ever treasure hunter conference here in Las Vegas, Nevada, February 1st, 2025. Purchase your tickets. Come meet me. Come meet Kpro. Come meet a lot of people that are in the chat are going to be there. And Cynthia is going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're all going to talk about JCB. And for those of you that still don't have your book by February 1st, we will give a book away at the conference. But if you don't have your book by February 1st, there's definitely a problem. So, yeah, come on out to Vegas. Who doesn't want an excuse to come to Vegas? And we're going to have a lot of fun. So there is somebody that bought in recently that never emailed me. You've got to email seekingtreasurecon@gmail.com. So I have your name from PayPal, but I don't have any way to communicate with you all the information. So you're in, you purchased the ticket. It's just you didn't give me your email. You never emailed me. So please email me if you're coming.
You need to email because that's how we're matching. And
Right.
It is going to be pay to get in and you won't be able to get in. So you have to do that part.
Oh, okay. Silver Fox is talking about the numbers. 19 O's. Interesting. 19 O's not used. 12 O's are used. 11 backward words, 9 forward normal words, 3 diagonal words, 3 vertical words, 5 clues, 0 leftover letters. Well, no, isn't there leftover letters on the bottom, or you mean before the X? That's a good thought, though, Silver Fox.
I think what he is saying is he has anagrammed the entire thing, so there is 0 leftover letters. That's what I'm taking.
Oh, interesting. All right. You need to join Speakeasy, Silver Fox, here in about 15, 20 minutes, and let's talk about it. So everybody in the Discord, it's free. It's just a little program.
But you don't even have O's left over?
Booty Con. It's not Booty Con, Hooli. It's Seeking Treasure Con. Booty, pirate, treasure.
Oh, and he's saying when it's solved properly.
Oh, there you go.
I will say, like, the people that are saying TN, SC, those are all left over. They're not left over in mine. I'm down to 2, I think, left over. So, yeah.
What I'll do at the very end of this is I'll share my screen when Kpro gets off, and I'll show you guys how to go into the Speakeasy in Discord. I'll show you if anybody's like, I don't know what Discord is. It's simple. 3D bronze. If I bring a 3D printed JCB chest to SCC, can you ask JCB not to sue me, please? Hey, that rhymed. Don't sue me, bro. Yes, I think that would be awesome if you brought a treasure chest like that. If you guys don't know, 3dbronze.com, he can 3D print anything you want in the world. Just work it out with him, how much and when. I think 3D Bronze always brings something fun.
Silver Fox is saying, I explained this in depth already, SMH. Where did you explain this in depth? I've been busy the last couple of days. Was it in the last couple of days? Was it in a Discord? Did you do were you in Zoom?
What message to Kpro, or was it public?
No, I haven't gotten a message from Silver Fox that I know of. So if you did it in Exhaustion somewhere, it wasn't here. Maybe in Jenny's, maybe there's a forum, maybe on Reddit.
BootyCon is pretty funny. Ghost Dancer Radio. I agree. Yep. And 3D Bronze makes some treasure hunts.
Mike, Saturday in Zoom. This is why I tell you not to do Zooms without me, Mike.
And I didn't record that one, so I don't know if I remember that. We talked about a lot of things in that Zoom. So we're going to have to do a Zoom again this Friday. Here's a poll for 276 people.
Here's a poll. Does Mike listen to anyone at any time in any way?
Zoom or Discord, everybody? What do you prefer? Zoom or Discord? Vote. I just said yes or no. Zoom or Discord, and I said yes.
Never listens to me either.
Hang on. We didn't want to. Let me do another poll.
Yeah. Silver Fox just gave away. He spilled all the tea, and you didn't even see the tea spilled.
Or I just think he's crazy and didn't believe him. One or the other. No. So, sorry, Silver Fox. I know we were in there talking about a lot of things. Which do you prefer to talk clues.
Oh, Zoom
Okay.
only if you record it. Ooh.
Yeah, and upload it. I know people want it uploaded. So the poll is live right now. What do you prefer? For everybody, a place. We facilitate a place for everybody to come together and talk clues. Zoom or Discord Speakeasy?
Well,
Which of the two?
Can you record the Discord?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Well, get back to us on that.
Yeah.
That would change
So
my
Zoom
vote.
or Discord? Poll, please. Mike or Cowlazars? If I met you, it's Mike. If I haven't met you in person, it's Cowlazars. That's the rule, everybody. Come to Seeking Treasure Con, and you can call me Mike as well. What does that mean? Oh, the newbies are for Zoom. What's wrong with Zoom, Gandhi? I like Zoom. And it's a subscription. There is an issue. Zoom is capped at 100 people. And when we did the Zoom, we capped at 100. Discord, you can have 300 people. So that is a benefit of Discord.
Right. So this should be said. If you pick Zoom, you may not, it is recorded, but you may not get in. And then you can go and we will stream it from Discord, but you won't be able to be in on the conversation.
True. You could just listen. All right. So many things going on. I hope everybody has their book. Who has not gotten their book yet? Put it in the chat if you're still waiting on your book. According to JCB, there's truckloads and plane loads, and they're being parachuted onto roofs. They're coming in, everybody. Pallets of books are being delivered. So hopefully you can get yours here in the next week or two.
Yeah, Mike, do we have your commitment that you will actually mute people with their mics on if it's Discord?
I do that. Yeah. I do that now. I do server mute for everybody.
You do that after a long time of us hearing people going to the bathroom. We hear
come on.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to close the poll. We're going to close this live stream. Let's end the poll. Zoom or Discord?
Ooh,
80 votes, 60% Discord, 40% Zoom. All right. So we're going to go into Discord tonight. I don't know if Kpro and have you guys even eaten dinner yet?
No, but
yeah, so they're probably not going to be in Discord, but I'll be there.
We're going to be in. Yeah.
All right. Cynthia, don't be spilling the beans or the tea or whatever you call it. All right. Oh yeah. Some knucklehead put a book on eBay and it's up to $140 auction. So some people said it's horrible that he's doing that. I don't think it's horrible. If people are going to pay, they're going to pay, but you'll get your book. Just hang on. Let's see what it's at right now. Did I bookmark it?
I don't think it's horrible. If people want to pay that, people want to pay that.
Right. I don't think
it's unfortunate that John didn't plan for his success.
It's up to $162 and it ends in 2 days. So that's crazy. Now you know what a book is worth. And especially these books, because the second printing is coming out with the corrections. I think the original books that have the typos might be worth something a little bit in the future, but we'll see.
Yep.
If you get a book, and I'll tell you right here how you tell, if you get a book that has been corrected, and the way you can tell is a very easy way you can tell is right here. The word somewhere in is one word, and there should be a space between somewhere and in. If you are the one to get a book that has somewhere space in, let me know because we really want a copy of the book. And if it's from Amazon, then we'll know Amazon has the second editions.
And just in case you can't really tell a tiny little space issue that's a speck of a tiny issue, if you could go to the Hoppy calendar, there's two, both I think it's July and August are identical. These July and August are identical. They would not be identical. They will be completely different. It's not a tiny little spacing issue. It is a major significant issue that they changed this page for. I would like you to check that one before.
All the typos should be corrected. We hope. That's what
we're
waiting.
Like if you're trying to double check, don't double check just the little tiny spacing. Go to that page. That'll confirm it for you.
But do you believe, Kpro, that both of those will be fixed in the next edition?
I do.
Okay.
But I don't know how much you're going to be able to tell. If you don't have the first one, and is that a space? Is that a space issue, et cetera? I don't know. The Hoppy calendar, it'll be obvious.
Hoppy, it's Hopi, I believe. It's Hopi, not Peter Cottontail. It's Hopi. Okay, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. That's the case for Lake Tahoe. Let us know what you think. You can email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. Kpro doesn't get any emails from anybody. Kpro3@AOL.com. And let us know what you think. And if you would like to be on next Monday's show to present the case for Ohio or somewhere else, yeah, we can do that. We're open to that. Let's get together and talk about it. All right. What else, Kpro? Thanks for going
That's
boots
it.
on the ground, Kpro. And Cynthia. Happy birthday, belated birthday, Cynthia. Everybody subscribe to the channel. We're going to break news as it becomes available. I think it's time to focus on the Pokemon chapter myself, but we'll get there. Or the Forest Fen chapter.
Because you've been focusing for so much on the past and future?
As much as you have, honey. As much, just in a different way than you have. A different way. It's different, but same. It's just as valid. All right, everybody. We appreciate it.
Okay, Mike, why don't we make this deal? If we move on to Pokemon, let's share street addresses, parks, direction, everything. Let's share everything. If we're going to move on, let's just share it all.
Well, there's no reason you can't work on multiple chapters.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, it was the Forest Fen chapter, and that's it before the book came out, and then we switched. So it's okay to switch. It happens. Pants are on. That's right, James. Okay, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thumbs up. We'll see you next time, which, I don't know. We'll see when we go live. We'll go live later this week for sure. And here's how Discord works. Let me show the people. If you want to jump out, Kpro, go ahead.
Okay, bye.
All right. This is how easy Discord is, everybody. Let me share my screen. You go to that link that's in the description down below, because we are all going to go in the Let's Talk About It channel, which I'm about to show you right now. Oh, we do it this way. We do it this way. Okay, Discord, click that link, come up with a username. That takes you to here. This is Discord right here. On the left-hand side are all these channels. This is all, the book is separated by chapter. Go all the way down to Let's Talk About It. And there we go. Hey, everybody, you're live on YouTube for a second. Say hi to everybody. Actually, I don't know if you guys would hear it through this headset or not.
Oh.
So everybody has their camera off, but everybody can talk in here audio-wise, okay? Left-hand side, Let's Talk About It. And that's that. It's just that easy.
So why Ohio is the question?
Why Ohio is the question.
I've heard of Ohio a lot.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later on this week. Good luck. And if you go boots on the ground, make sure you stay safe. Don't have to take your pants off like Kpro did. We'll see you next time, everybody.